G'day folks, Parkera here and welcome to Farm Simulator 2019. So as you would have seen at the beginning, we are doing some voice-over work, so maybe this could lead to a future career in voice animations or overs. Anyway, let's get stuck into it. We are on Season 2 still, Episode 4, and today, not much to do around the farm, to be honest with you. So look, one of the old neighbours up the road, he gave me a phone call the other night and he asked if I'd be able to give him a hand. So we're on our way now with, we've borrowed his tractor and his fertiliser equipment. We're going to go and help him out on, I think it's field 37, it's a big field, and we're going to go and give him a hand at fertilising that field now. And as we approach this area here that we are now entering is, well, once was the old cattle, old livestock farm, and it will be potentially somewhere we will look at if we do go down, well, when we do go down the sheep track as hosting them there, but we need capital for that. Anyway, as we are going through down here, we are approaching the field, and we are here now, field 37. So let's get stuck in and see how we go as we unfold. And I think what we're doing here, I'm assessing where we're going to go from, and I think we're going to go from the top. Yeah, okay, probably should have started at the bottom, but at the end of the day, we got started, so we'll just play along. Alright, so we're looking at the map here, where the mouse is. We can see we're kind of pinging there, map field 37. Yeah, I'm going into the contract, so there you can see the contract. We're doing it for our mate there, I think it's Malik from the distance, and we're going to be about 3,899 as the base, but we will end up earning a bit more because we are we're borrowing his equipment, but also we are using our own fertilizer, so we will get compensation for that once we finish. The field area is I think it's 2.1 4 hectares or something, if I remember that rightly. And now we are going on our merry way up the top and to see how it looks from there. The reason I decided to go from top down was because, well, rolling down the hill is a lot easier than going up the hill, and I wasn't too sure about the power on this tractor. To be honest, we could have started very much so on the bottom, had more than enough oomph about it to get going and get the job done. But yeah, negotiating here a little bit tight, and we muck around a little bit trying to get everything sorted, but we eventually do. Contracts is quite a good thing to do to earn a little bit of cash, especially during down times. We don't have much downtime this year. We probably won't have as much because I have reduced the seasons to 3 days per season. But on our farm today, at the moment, we can't do any fertilising because we have only just really planted, and it's still got enough fertiliser from the initial when we sowed. So we don't need to do anything on the farm except for odd bits and bobs. So there's no point showing you those. So I thought, hey, why not? We're going to show you the contract that we do for our mate here. So what we're doing here, I'm trying to get, I guess, the width here and make sure that's all sorted as we reverse up. Yeah, so I think we have, I do hope we've got the fertiliser in there. We do, liquid fertiliser. We are full, because initially when I did this, I had unintentionally filled the fertiliser up with herbicide. Yeah, not good. So it's all been rinsed out, and away we go, happy chappies. So, excuse me. Yeah, we've got a good width there. I'm happy with this. It doesn't take long to really. It's a nice big width on the fertiliser. Very much too big for our farm. We couldn't do it. And now we're coming towards the end of the contract, and shortly we should see, and there is, top right hand there, contract complete. But we always just keep going to the end to make sure that we get the job finished for him. He's obviously happy with where we could have gone behind, but you know, you've got to get it done. You've got to finish the job that you started, and we'll get that done shortly. And then from there on, we should be handy and dandy to keep on rocking and rolling, and with any luck. As we just turn here to complete the final edge, and then we'll just pretty much stop and shut up shop for a bit, and then we should soon be on our merry way. So we're on our merry way now. Apologies for any stuttering that has occurred. I did notice it on the editing here. I didn't notice it in game, so I would have been an OBS issue if at all. I'm hoping it's just my editing software just playing around and it's not as bad as it comes through. But if it has come through a bit staggery or jumpy, I do apologise for that. Anyway, we are heading back now. We've got to return the equipment we've borrowed from the farmer. We'll be returning this to the shop, and basically the leasing agent, if you like. We just don't go to his shop, so we're just racing around here and going back to the shop where we will we'll be with you, because that's where we're going to get the final payout and things, and we can sort it out with you then and there. So I will catch you when we get to the shop. And we're just going to collect the fee there, collect what we got there, so it's a pretty good deal. Right, I've got to get back to farm, but first we do that, I need to nip in here and get some bits and bobs, have a look at some catalogues for future development. So we'll catch you back at the farm. Right, so we're in field 20. Canola is coming through nicely, no issues there. It looks like most of it's taking off okay. There's no concerns at this stage that I can see. And it's looking nice and green all around us, which is always something we'd like to have a look at. Now, I think what we're going to do next is race down here. Yes, we are going to go and create the opening to the field through the driveway, just to make it a little bit easier in terms of access when we basically, especially for harvest season and things, we don't have to go all around the houses, so get stuck in here with a bit of chainsaw Charlie action. So we got rid of those. Yeah, a nice little graphical game bug here, obviously, with the fence still being quite, yeah, visible there, the old barbed wire. Then we're going to make a pile down here, and then I'll probably be looking, I believe, at getting rid of that other pole, which eventually ends up getting rid of the tree. So should be a bit of interest there. Well, probably. We're just starting to make a pile, but it definitely opens it up there for us. And we're not going to worry about the stumps at all, probably, if ever, because it's far enough from the field, it won't make any issue with machinery. So, yeah, we're just having a nice look at the view here. Don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, interesting. Looking at the green, looking all around, definitely not taking a screenshot. Probably thinking about that fence I have. Yeah, see, I've tried to cut through and see if it would just get rid of it. It's obviously, like I said, a graphical issue there. Hey, it's what happens. I've not come across it before. So, we'll get the chainsaw Charlie out, and I think we're going to go for it. And what I was thinking here is I've just took the top off. It might get rid of the fence, the barbed wire to the left. And it did. But as you can see, we're now left with a floating section at the top. Okay, it probably wouldn't be very noticeable, so just cut down the side there. Yep, that looks good. And that disappeared somewhere into the ether, and so did that. I believe we decided on that is good enough. Yeah, it does the job. We're not going to notice that little section too much post this. So we've got the good opening there, nice and doing. I think I'm just going to grab a few things together. No, we're looking to pole. Yep, looking to see if I could cut that down a bit more. No would be the correct answer to that. So I think Chainsaw Charlie goes away, and we then look at our field again. And yep, go through our fields. We'll pull out the chainsaw. We're going to have a look at the measuring tool here and just give us some measurements of the temperatures, moisture levels, and things like that for the field. Oh, pull the chainsaw out. No, we want to go back into a pocket. We're going to obviously leave it here as we decide what we're going to do, but sprint over, and I think we're going to go and have a look at field number 11, which has been planted with oats, and she is looking good too. Nicely done there. Good bit of fertilization's come through, 33% there, your first dose, and looking handy dandy. Nice, a little bit of oatage coming through there. So hey, I'm going to have porridge for free, and yeah, just having a good little look-see around, probably looking at telling you what I'm planning to do, and in my face I can't remember. What I am planning to do with the farm is, we touch on in the far corner there, I'm going to be doing some chickens probably, and what I'll look at be doing is taking some of that hedge away, or where those sheds are, is replacing them with possibly a barn or a bigger, like a vehicle shed going forward. But we are looking at coming over to field 10, so we are again discussing most likely the grass. I am probably going to plant grass in the coming spring for the sheeps, and see how we go. We'll probably leave this completely fallow. At this stage, I believe I was contemplating maybe looking at planting in late summer, early autumn, and just discussing all that jibber jabber stuff with you. We are looking here, as you can see, for grass, that possibilities there. So we're probably looking at that, discussing when that'll be done, and I am looking at changing a few things up. So now as we go back to the sheds there, so like I said, the end shed, we're looking, I'm going to probably get rid of that altogether. It's just old, and now I am going back, I think, to, yes, we are looking here, I'm just talking about the options with the house, eventually move into the shed there, and you can see down here the foundations, or the base, some basic groundwork has been laid down there as like a floor plan, if you guess, for the house that will eventually come, but they're not going to be cheap. They're going to run me 180 to 200,000 pounds minimum to get a house built. And yeah, so that's it, guys. I'm going to leave you here. This should be towards the end of the video. I believe I'm doing the outro, so if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and all that jazz. Comment down below. Thank you for this, and I hope this has come out okay, considering I've had to do a little bit of voiceover, but we can be reflective as I look at the fields and have a look around. Well, kia kaha.